and now we have audio. So this is good. We made our setup a little bit more complicated here than last time in hopes that we can provide you with two human beings on this development stream talking about the Big Bag update, our 6th update for Hades, which reveals the Temple of Styx. It has the final confrontation of the game. We're going to see if we can actually get to that final confrontation without dying ourselves.
Oh dang!
And see how it feels to do that. We'll be playing the game from the development perspective. Be right back because I have to troubleshoot something. We're going to let Darren talk a little bit about his work on this update, and then we're going to jump into it.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. So this time, there are 2 new pieces of music that I put in. One of them is the piece you're hearing in the background right now, and that's called Gates of Hell, which the name is a little bit more metal than the piece is, but that's the music that you'll hear as you fight your way through Styx. And then I have another piece that came out today called God of the Dead, which we'll hopefully get to in the game a little bit later.
Alrighty, let's get started here. We're jumping right into the game.
Let's turn that off. Yeah.
All right, so here we are at the starting point. We'll go ahead and use Lambent Plume for this. So we made a couple changes right off the bat. First is, this is a community request. Lambent Plume
to choose.
Now the way the clear times work, this is a keepsake in Hades where basically if you clear a room really fast, you get faster and you dodge more. So it's an incentive to play really, really aggressively. People were kind of giving us a lot of feedback about the clear times and different encounters, and now those are tuned per encounter. I want to talk a little bit about the bow, since this is a small, subtle tuning change I made to this weapon, and then we're going to jump into a run with the bow, and Darren's going to play. So if you watch a lot of streamers play with the bow, something that they've caught up to is that, the bow has kind of a charge time, which makes it a little bit harder to use in later biomes. But if you dash attack with the bow, the charge comes out a lot faster. And so when you watch people play, they often do sort of dashing power shots like that. The change that we made to the bow is pretty subtle, which is that the main attack for the bow is actually a higher damage attack than the dash attack, which is the same. So hopefully some people will try different attack rhythms, and we'll see if this comes out from the feedback on the update, where they're able to kind of mix in a basic attack every once in a while to get maximum damage out of the bow. So subtle thing, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Darren does with it.
Yeah.
Since Darren is going to be playing with it here in the Big Bad update.
All right. Amir is a mouse and keyboard kind of guy.
Yeah.
I am a gamepad guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be gamepadding it up here.
Showing you our amazing hot switches.
Oh, Aphrodite there.
Dearest, I suspect we'll have ourselves a most exciting time together, you and I. Just do your best and it'll all be fine.
That's very positive.
So, don't take the aid for Aphrodite this time. I want to take someone else's aid.
Okay.
I think we can go ahead and do the flourish or the strike.
Either one, yeah. I'll do flourish. Flourish is cool. That's
Actually, do the strike.
Strike, yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things we did was also rearrange the who has the highest primary percentage damage, which we kind of change every update as we mess around with stuff. And so now Aphrodite has some of the highest percentage damage increase, which she actually used to have, and now it's even more.
Love hurts.
Love that. One of the things I'm pretty excited about for this update is duo boons. So duo boons, I think when we first made duo boons, there was like 5 of them. And there's something that people got really excited about because a duo boon is basically where you find, one god's power and then another. Let's do chaos.
Let's do chaos. Take the hit.
If you have the prerequisites from both gods, you're able to unlock this like 3rd tier of boon, which basically can really alter your playstyle. Let's see what we got from chaos.
Please tell me how my power over all existence may be of small assistance to you this time, son of Hades.
Can you pick me up a soda or something?
Oh, look at that. Dash attack deals plus 47% damage. Seems pretty good. What do you think, Mary?
I think that's the right thing.
It's the right choice, probably, right?
Yeah. So the other thing we did was made the grasp stuff a little bit less powerful. It's now sort of locked to 1 additional ammo, like the death defiances were. Yeah, sure. Take the caustic lunch.
Doing it.
The Master Chaos.
Inferno bombs, I welcome you. Small price to pay.
Yeah. So with duo boons, the really cool thing is we've added so many duo boons now that as of this update, every god is involved with at least 3 pairings, which means hopefully players, especially who play a lot, are going to start to have runs where they're having even more discovery of duo boons that they didn't experience before, which I think should lead to kind of more varied runs. One of the things that is a goal for us over time with Hades is to have runs that have high dynamic range. So even though there's the ability to pick your weapon and kind of tailor your playstyle with your keepsakes, you don't really pick which power-ups come your way. And hopefully you get the experience of sometimes you're going for something and you're able to pull it together, and sometimes you kind of adapt to what the game is giving you and make it work.
My mind is clear, and nothing stands between me and my target. So have a blessing just in case you can't relate.
I'm opening the chat.
I mean, should we go all in on dash attack in here? We got the hunter dash.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be OP.
Yeah, we could do it. The cast.
That's good too.
There's new Artemis duos that we could be trying to get.
Yeah.
So actually, let's try and get Heartrend. Get Deadly Flourish.
Deadly Flourish? Oh yeah, okay, awesome.
Heartrend is a new Aphrodite Artemis duo boon, which basically increases crit damage on weak enemies. Nice. Whoa!
Took a little damage there.
Yeah, good thing you weren't running with.
Yeah, the Thanatos keepsake. Yeah. Don't get cocky.
So you can see there's a timer now in the bottom left corner. It might be kind of small on the stream that shows the clear time you're trying to hit, and it's pretty. It's set to be a little bit more aggressive than Tartarus, because before it kind of felt like Tartarus was where you got your free clears.
I don't think I made that one.
No, you just missed it.
Just missed it, yeah.
But some of the later ones that were a little longer are made longer. Yeah,
That's sure. Good.
I'm jumping into our chat now. So, let's start reading some questions off. Any chances you'll rename it to the Big Dog Update? I don't know. I guess there's always a chance. You can never really say never.
You can't rule anything out.
No, ever. Can't ever rule anything out.
Let's see, what do we got? Hidebreaker. Let's see, what do you think? I mean, we got Hunter Dash, Pressure Points, and Hidebreaker. Those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
Hunter Dash, I mean,
Yeah, sure, take it.
it's gonna
It's gonna be crazy dash damage. And hopefully we can throw in a couple normal attacks that stack dash attack damage so much it may not be worth it.
If I could spare a minute of your time.
yeah, on that.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
So one of the things that people were kind of upset about in the previous updates was that survival rooms were like an auto boost for your Hermes keepsake,
Yeah.
and now they're an auto win. So obviously people might be less upset about it. Is that good? Well, it's something we're working on and thinking about. People sometimes feel like the survival rooms are Tartarus, like what's the point of fighting? So there is a point to fighting, which is money. If you can get a couple clears here, you're going to be able to get some gold drops, and that can, it's enough gold that it's actually pretty relevant to your run over the long term. And you're going to see over the course of this run that money has gained new importance, actually, and it's one of those things where because we know what's coming, we're going to actually try and encourage ourselves to save a bit. So Darren is like pinging them occasionally with a cast real quick to just get the boiling blood bonus. Yeah,
Next time the ammo in here.
yeah, and hopefully those kind of considerations come out a little bit more with stuff like that.
Let's see. Increased attack damage. Sounds good, probably, right?
Yeah, who's typing now for Supergiant Games? The cool thing is a bunch of people are, I think. I think a bunch of people are being Supergiant Games right now.
Well, if we want to save up money, I should probably get this trial trove, right?
Yeah, we need money.
All right.
So money is taking on a new point of importance with the Temple of Sticks, where there's Charon shop now that really requires you to be loaded with money.
You know, that's one of our main goals here at Super Giant Games. To teach fiscal responsibility.
Yes, exactly.
That's really what we got into
Well,
video games for.
Yes, and here we are doing it.
Worthless.
So, question from Craig Gambino: what is the general sense for balance? How good of a player do you need to be to finish the game with a decent amount of upgrades? So, the vision for Hades has always been, you know, it's a roguelike, which I think is a genre that often asks a lot from you from a challenge perspective. And we're making a game in that tradition, so I think, you know, it has potential to be very, very challenging as a game experience, and it's also an aspect of the game that we're constantly sort of evaluating. Over time, parts of the game have gotten easier or harder or whatever based on feedback, and actually one of the things that's been very interesting to me in early access is sometimes the game gets harder.
Should I do the trove tracker?
No, it's okay. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving. Get the
Money.
opal. Yeah. So now money rewards are worth more. So it's a little bit more appealing to sometimes go with money, especially if you know what's coming later. So as I was saying, the vision ultimately, you know, even though it's a challenging game, and even though it evolves a lot of things affect the game balance. Like we've started over time making like a lot of the boons, like fixing problems with them, and then suddenly those weapons become more powerful when you didn't expect it. Suddenly aspects of the game can get easier when you didn't expect it. Even bug fixes can like make weapons a lot better. I think, you know, over many updates we fixed a bunch of holes in the shield's blocking, and then suddenly it got better without us having to change like the damage numbers too much or anything like that. In terms of the vision, I think we want Hades to be a game. Oh, cool.
This is new.
This is new. So let's look at this a second. We want Hades to be a game where the combination of your skill and progress in the game lets you advance. What percentage of each and what proportion of each is something we're constantly looking at and working on. So this lets you sell boons, and what's good about that is it lets you, if you had something in your build that you weren't quite happy with, it lets you get rid of it and get you some money back. The sell price scales with the rarity and how many palms you have on it. In this case, I think we're pretty happy with what we have, so let's keep it.
Skip it. Yeah.
But it might come into play later, especially if we get something we decide is not really for us.
Should we do another
Chaos Room?
chaos room, or should we just keep going?
I think we should keep going because I think we want to get to the Temple of Styx.
Let's do it. Let's get there. Oh, look at this. I know we're trying to save money, but we got some good options here.
Yeah, so I think we want to take the hammer and actually leave the other two.
All right. Ooh. Oh, dear.
So I actually had a really good triple shot rapid shot run.
This one?
Yeah.
Should I go with the triple shot?
The thing, so I think you want the twin shot or the triple shot.
Twin shot could be crazy damage.
Yeah. With a dash attack.
With the dash attack, let's do that.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, so it's a little bit more point blank double heart shotgun now, but we'll see how that goes.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Do you have a plan to duo boons for all possible combinations? So, we want to add more duo boons, just straight up. Like that's definitely something we want to do over time. In terms of hitting all the combinations, I think we'll see. Right now, there's no god who has a combination with every god, but I think there's at least one that has 5. So this is a change that came out of community feedback, and once we actually did it, it just really changed things, which is like, hey, what if the bosses transition through their invulnerability states faster, and now they do, so there's less waiting around. The whole game should feel snappier when you're in boss fights, and if you're playing at a high level like you're playing right now, where he's like basically knows all the attack patterns and knows how to dodge everything, then you should just get through these fights in a more satisfying way. Nice.
Point blank.
The point blank.
Critical.
Split chat. Will Hades be coming to other platforms? Yeah, so we expect Hades to come to other platforms at its 1.0 release, and our 1.0 release plan is in 2020.
So much.
We'll be talking about Styx when we get there, for sure.
Are we going to talk about Mr. Roboto or Come Sail Away? Like which Styx jam are we going to be discussing in the most detail?
So we want to keep
the Lamb and Plume,
keep Lamb and Plume like a decision for the next couple biomes.
Perfect.
Is there more plot this update? There are more story events. There's more voiceover. There's more like hidden, kind of out of the way type stuff that you can find.
The Asphodel Meadows.
We've been able to get stuff like that in almost every update, and so excited to see what people find with it. So, you know, it says, oh, you mentioned there might be a Twitch feature, I believe. What will it be exactly? So we were interested in pursuing features at some point that make the either the viewing experience better or something like that. Just the type of Twitch integration you sometimes see in other games. We have kind of like replaced that in the roadmap, in the like upcoming roadmap right now, with trying to focus on some other stuff. Which doesn't mean it's going away forever or anything like that. I don't think you want passing through with the bow. I think you want Swift Flourish, actually.
Swift Flourish, I think, yeah.
Yeah, because it makes
faster.
the recovery way
It's
faster.
It's just like so hard to pick a comment when you got a rare.
Yeah,
I agree.
Ooh, yeah, let's try it.
I mean,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're
Gots to-
Child of the Gods got a lot of feedback last time, and you know, it's one of those things where we kept them hard. We fixed a few bugs with it. We want to
Who do we
not
want to piss off?
let's piss off Artemis because I think that stuff is really funny. I find Artemis is one of the most hilarious. Don't take the Aphrodite 8 still. I want to take a different one.
All right.
Let's take Sweet Surrender.
Sweet Surrender is pretty good. Weak
Yeah.
foes are more susceptible to damage. Seems really good.
It's also going to be good if we ever get Heart Rend. So
Yeah, it'll already be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good.
I thought we had an understanding, Zacharias.
Yeah, so
This
we
would be the first
think
time I was
about
wrong about something.
It can be hard to hear during high action moments.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can. Should we adjust the volume a little bit?
yeah, let's just nudge down the
Let's nudge up our mic.
nudge up our mics.
Yeah, and we can nudge down the desktop audio a
a
smidge.
little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Hopefully that will help.
Yep. So I don't remember what I was talking about, but
Sorry.
it doesn't matter. So the main Trial of the God change is that the second reward is no longer clamped to common. You know, is that how it's going to stay? I don't know. It's one of those things that we're experimenting with still. We want something that makes sense, that feels like it makes sense, but also is right. I just loved working on these Artemis circles because it just has the feel that you're kind of being hunted. It's really subtle, but it's one of those things where even though this mechanic for the Trial of Gods is relatively simple, there are these damage preview decals and you have to avoid them. It's nice when they can have a little bit of the personality of the gods in them. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes, you know, a gameplay idea is just, you know, the main thing, but sometimes it does.
I certainly was feeling hunted just now.
Do you design new enemies with heat in mind?
All right,
So,
I'll forgive you now, I guess.
good question.
No need to beg.
We-
Just think twice next time, okay?
We do tune as if heat exists for sure. So let's God, we're never gonna get the duo. Let's take. I don't want Artemis 8 actually either.
What about burst shot?
Actually, let's take the Artemis 8. It gives us an opportunity to talk with the Raptor.
That's the way that it changes, and we could always swap it if we have to.
Yeah, if
later.
we can like purge it later.
We can keep going Artemis, right? And might get that
Yeah,
duo.
yeah, might get the duo. Yep.
All right, cool.
So we do think about heat, but it's not like what we're trying to do at this phase of the early access is make enemies that are actually designed and tuned for like clarity. So we just want it to be really clear like what the enemies do and how they function and where their role is in a biome. What kind of builds are they trying to test? Like, are they trying to test a lack of AoE damage? Are they trying to test dodging ability? Or are they trying to test something like that? So you just gotta clear in Asphodel, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't used to be able to do that.
Yeah. And then heat complicates all that. We try to make sure that it all works, but obviously sometimes.
Check this out. Duo boon.
Oh, nice.
Why, Artemis, you're absolutely tongue-tied.
This is new dialogue.
Due to our little godling in the underworld, or a little due to me? You shall figure it all out, I'm sure.
Look, what was I... never mind. I'll talk to you
Nice.
some other time.
God flustering.
Yeah,
I like it.
This is, nobody can fluster you better than your family.
So there are several new narrative events tied to these duo boons. We are hella taking Heart Rend.
yeah.
So this is basically Heart Rend is a new duo that lets you do increased critical damage to weak enemies. So it's Darren can now tag them with the primary and then the secondary will do a ton more damage.
Well, this is a tough call here. Athena?
I think you take Athena.
Yeah, for like if I'm going min max, that's what the munchkin in my heart would do. Woo! Jeez, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah. So what are we liking in the game? We like a lot of aspects of working on the game. I think part of the thing that we're really excited about with designing a game partnership with the community, being able to do that has been super cool. Wow. Nice.
So much damage.
Yeah. Heartrend. Very good.
And I got the clear time on that one too.
Yeah. What do you dislike about it so far? I mean, I don't know if there's stuff I dislike about working on Hades. Take the phalanx shot because there's a chance we get some sort of duo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been really fun to work on for me. I know certainly the regular update cadence is different and poses different challenges.
Why ship once when you can ship?
Yeah, when you ship every month? Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think there's different challenges it poses, but it's not it's not something that I dislike for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so will the soundtrack be available for purchase? That's something we're still figuring out.
Yeah, I think eventually the soundtrack will be available for purchase. It's a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah. Is taking a duo boon always better? Sometimes I've seen situations where people don't take the duo. We tune our updates with a combination of player feedback, but also, and something we just don't talk about that often, is data. And the data shows that it kind of matter. It kind of like, even for duo boons that the community is sometimes considered weak, I would take the
Heartbreak Strike?
yeah. Even for duo boons that the community sometimes considers weak,
That'll increase
all the
damage.
do that. Yeah, actually, we still find that they're sometimes just too juicy not to take because people want to try and make them work. I think it's really only at the really high end, that you see people sometimes avoid the duo boons because they're going for something extremely specific because they're running really high heat runs or something like that. So one of the other big changes we made, which may come into play later, is we have okay. So two things. One is we have a Wrath rebuff to talk about at some point, so we'll try and make that happen.
Forgot to use it.
And Death Defiance is now heal for more, but they're also comparatively just a little bit more rare. There are fewer opportunities to just go into anything. Yeah, there are fewer opportunities to kind of stack like 12 of them or whatever. It doesn't mean that's not possible, but there's just like less of those opportunities. We wanted to make the Death Defiance moment just a little bit bigger and louder, and so part of doing that actually is that we have several changes. One is the heal for more, and the other is we've changed the whole like visual effect design around the Death Defiance moment to just make it bigger and more impactful. We've also made them more expensive. Yes.
Zeus.
So there's both Artemis. There's some good ones.
Don't let your father get you, young man, and climb on out from there.
Yeah, no big deal. Just come on out.
Let's take the Heaven's Vengeance. No, wait, hold on.
Ooh, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, sure, take that one.
Because then it gives us incentive to use the little pips.
Actually, that was yeah. Okay.
Is that a bad idea?
No, it's fine. Keep going. I just remembered something about this. We'll see it when we. This will be a good depth stream moment when it comes up. So we're gonna be able to try more stuff here. Yeah. So this is you just tag them with the weak, and then obviously the one boiling blood, and then you can do that.
Yeah. Get this a little hungry, a little peckish. A gyro.
So we now have these partial kind of wrath powers. So you can kind of use wrath now.
Like that.
Yeah, and just tag enemies and kind of include it as part of your normal combat chain, which can feel really good. There's also the opportunity to save it up like before and use it for like a really big kind of really big moment. We've been wanting to make Wrath kind of like just a normal power, kind of like a part of how you consider combat rather than something you did every once in a while. And this is our attempt to do that, which
Like
is
that.
yeah, exactly. So you get a little Artemis bowl. She has every god has kind of different tuning for how many charges they have and how powerful their thing is. In Artemis's case, they actually are really good if you save up.
Yeah.
So we should probably save up to the full
All right.
full amount and use it in the later phase.
Will do. Oy.
Other changes we made this fight, we made the Hydra harder. So if you've been following our early access, there's been kind of like a steady stream of kind of massaging the Hydra tuning, and we finally just got to the point where actually, for how powerful you can get in the early game, we really needed to look at the feeling of the Hydra overall, and that meant making it have a little bit more health, so the phases can last a little bit longer. Darren's rocking like a crazy strong build right now. So
Yeah, it's a good build.
yeah, it's like the perfect bow build because he got all the dash attack stuff. Plus, he's got the Heartland thing, so it's pretty easy for him to mix in his primary and secondary attacks.
I'm still taking damage though.
Yeah.
I'm not being as careful as I could.
Yep.
All
So
that dashing.
you have
I got the full call. Should I do it?
I mean you can also I would wait until the 6 head phase. I don't know, it's up to you. What I do is I wait, but then I feel bad because I generate.
just gonna
all
do
this-
it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, destruction. Annihilation. Entire Hydra head exploded.
So that was hundreds and hundreds of damage.
Lots of damage right there.
And then you'll also find that Wrath boons in general just like take bombs really well. So there is the ability, just like you can kind of make these cast focus builds, especially if the game is just like not giving you the weapon stuff you want. You can actually make Wrath focus builds that work pretty well.
Come on. Whoops, wrong way.
Oops. Here's the
Should
arrows.
have. There you go. Okay, we did it.
Enough.
Still want to lose publicly. That's
Yeah.
losing in privacy of my own home. It's fine.
You think you can just walk into Elysium, do you?
I mean,
I absolutely do.
fair enough. Keeping the lambent plume.
Yeah, we're
Moving
going
on.
all the way.
Going all the way. All the way to Styx.
There's like a lot of different things I skipped over in that, but I don't remember what they all were. So we've talked about Wrath, we've talked about the Death Defiances. What I should do? I should open the patch notes.
Oh,
Or
look,
just
we got another Zeus. Should I take that?
Yeah, there's a boon I'm curious if we can get. So these chariots, I would say the sound of them. These are the chariots we had the last update.
Yeah.
They're kind of like cat sounds.
Yeah. So like if the big chariots are like a lion,
Yeah.
I made the little chariots like a cat.
Yeah, so there you go. And the thing that the behind the scenes hard hitting information you may be coming to the stream for is that they actually used to sound like dogs.
They did?
Didn't they?
No.
They had
a bad. It was like not a good cat sound.
Oh,
It was just like a cat. It was an actual cat sound.
because I
It
was
wasn't-
streaming one of the days and people
Yeah.
were like, oh, it sounds like dogs.
Yeah, I did. That's why I
Or
changed
the
it.
Heaven's Vengeance
Heaven's Vengeance.
is closer to the boon that I'm hoping.
Love it.
You honor me.
Should I sell anything?
Um,
Definitely not selling that duo.
so duos actually sell for a ton.
yeah,
Sell building strength actually.
building strength. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it. Look at that.
Don't think we need that for
So
where we're
much money.
Yeah, the billowing strength issue is just, I'm hoping we can update that visual effect.
All right, should we do it or should we just keep going?
I think we should keep going.
Yeah, we're getting pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that hammer.
Yeah, we want the hammer. We want to make our way to Styx,
It is hammer time.
Long spears.
if we can.
Look at these guys.
Just checking all the different chats.
Oh yeah, I can say things too. I don't have to just play. I can also speak. I have this ability. Yeah, I find the Exalted, some of them are pretty tough. Still, like I've played with them a bunch, and just
Yeah.
depends on your build, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man,
So I actually think you want the piercing barrage
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
because what's going to happen is you're going to have to fight Theseus and exalted things, and you have a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good secondary. Already.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Feels like the end before.
The sort of damage number Munchkin and me maybe would have instinctually gone for the other one, but
Yeah, explosive shot is like not going to help you at the hardest parts of this game.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
So-
the 300% more damage is,
Yeah.
not bad.
All right, I actually am going to claim that you should skip the shop.
All right,
Yeah, because
saving it up.
saving it up. We're going to save it up.
Yes.
Sweet. Ah, yeah. Oh, that was what I meant to have happen. I reflected his projectile at him, and then it exploded and hit me. Yeah, into many little pieces. Oh. Happens. Happens, best laid plans and whatnot. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
this
so
guy's so fast. Look at him go.
yeah, the exalted are made like a few small changes to the shield one. No,
Yeah.
we didn't. I think we actually did nothing. I changed the hit stun tuning. It should feel
Gotta.
more appropriately big when you get hit by those guys. Maybe
Should-
I did that.
What do you think? We have boons from each of them, so there's a chance we might get some sort of.
So the duo I want is lightning phalanx, which can come from either of them.
Oh, really?
Do you have a way of doing lightning damage? You do with a revenge trait.
Only with revenge, yeah. The deflect I have more reliably.
Go to Athena. I think.
Okay. Because I can do projectile.
Yeah,
like
this
that.
is the thing where like the game has become so complicated that even we don't remember all the things that are supposed to happen because there's so many paths to like how many duo boons and different stuff. We're playing with like perfect knowledge, but just figuring this stuff out takes a while.
Oh, run away! Don't want to get close to this guy. He's pretty mean.
Yeah, and then you can try to plug him.
You. Risk.
So one of the changes we made in the game, kind of like biome wide, was to try and figure out how the pace of these should all go. And one of the things that I think observation started with Greg was like, hey, these biomes are starting to feel like pretty long when we have Styx coming next, and just experiencing the Temple of Styx too. So we've always been kind of like wondering how game length would turn out, and one of the things we ended up doing was shortening Tartarus, Asphodel, and wow, that's a lot. Yeah, the secondary.
Yeah, it's like super risky. Oh no. There we go.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that we've been changing. So Elysium is actually like as a percentage like significantly shorter. It's like 15 or 20% shorter. And what that means, of course, is it's less opportunities to necessarily power up. So but it also means like fewer fights.
I think Holy Shield might be good because it'll stack with our Zeus Revenge,
Yeah.
and then we get like
Yeah,
double
yeah.
revenge.
And you'll get the deflect. Yeah, do it.
That seems good, right?
Yeah.
Much
That trap deflect's actually really good in Sticks. But anyway, keep going.
Should I re-roll or should I keep the heart?
Really well. So you have pretty low health.
Yeah, let's keep the heart. I don't want to die on stream.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, no, let's go for power. Reroll.
Power!
Just take that.
Money?
Yeah. Because we're going shopping.
We're
The
going
whole
on
point-
a shopping
The
spree.
whole point of this run is to go shopping.
We're going to the
Hey,
mall.
Look who's here.
Hey,
Thanatos.
bud.
So, change to Thanatos is he should do what he just did a little bit less, where he doesn't basically kind of anticipate enemies as much, but he still does it sometimes. Part of the thinking behind that is like he liked it when he seems kind of smart, like he does what the player does when the player charges their spin attack and stuff like that. But he uses that AoE just a little bit less often, and
Probably not die.
the timing of it is pretty different. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm going to try to not die. I think that's probably a good call. I'll prioritize that.
Well, maybe, but you're so close to beating him.
Oh! It's like lost track of this guy here. I can't believe I lost that Death Defiance, man.
It's okay.
I can't believe it.
They're a lot harder to get back.
Oh, thank you. So
you
much.
you are very rich, and you also have a lot of armor.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use some of those. Can Can I use them like rapidly in succession? Sort of.
Yeah, they pierce the shield too. So does actually your secondary shield.
Alright, I think I lost.
Oh,
So
you
that's
lost
good.
by 2.
At least I lost. I lost the Death Defiance, but at least
yeah.
I didn't win.
Alma points out the most important change we made to the Death Defiance is their little zag heads now.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Death Defiance icon is a little zag.
Yeah, and most of the sources that give me unique Death Defiance have a unique icon. No Death Defiance there.
Health. I'm gonna buy the health thing.
Yeah, do
if
it.
that's okay. We have
Yeah,
so much money.
Do it. We are rich.
We are rich. Richmond.
So
I mean, yeah. Hermes. My bro.
Yeah, so why did we change the icon? We changed the icon for 2 reasons. One is we thought it would be cool. The second is we wanted to basically have to like not use a heart, which we're using as the iconography for health all over the place. That's just like one of those things where we want to be able to talk about the Death Defiances and stuff like that without using the same stuff. You'll notice here that these witches, both in Acido and Elysium, now have their own unique models. They have their unique codex entries and unique names and all that type of stuff. So they're more like they're all related, but they have their own unique identities now. And that's an example of the type of like, early access change that you'll start to see from us more and more now that the full game structure is in place. So we'll start to look at these areas where we like, yeah, you want 25% dodge.
Yeah. How I'm playing?
Yes. It's as long as you're getting hit, you want dodge.
I assume we want this?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what happens. I was talking about something, but who knows what it was.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's the type of change we're making. Yeah. So it's not like people were like, oh, you need to make all the models different. That's an example of something we just have wanted to do for a while. We had planned to do for a while. We had the staff designs already, but it just never synced up with the appropriate update until it sort of just did recently. And that allowed us to have these like special versions of stuff, which is cool.
I'm glad I bought those Euros.
Yeah. So your secondary gets your shields.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. You guys are tough still.
Yeah. Woo! That was a nice turn.
Oh, and I got a dodge.
You got a dodge.
Yeah, I got a dodge just now.
We updated the dodge effect a little bit. It should be better in 2 ways. One is it should be clearer, and the other is it shouldn't unexpectedly drop your frame rate 1,000%
Yeah.
or whatever it was doing.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my god,
That's my
so-
favorite. That's my favorite new boon.
Yeah.
This one is my favorite new boon.
So that's pretty exciting that we got it. So this is an Aphrodite-Athena duo that makes all projectiles in the game slower against you, which is really good for the final confrontation also, and is going to make it probably a lot easier.
Yes.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I only have 2 Death Defiances, so
Yeah.
This could go badly.
Yeah.
I feel like I should go for the shop because we have. You want me to save it? I
No,
can save it.
no. I think you have enough.
Because then I could buy a heart and some other stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Like rather than just the heart.
So, what can you tell us about the next biome at the moment? Name, atmosphere. So, if you're talking about Styx, that's the biome that we're about to enter if we beat Beast of the Minotaur and don't die.
Well, probably that, right?
Yeah. The Temple of Styx is intended to be the final biome in the full game structure, and now that we have the full game structure in place, we're going to actually be focusing on other stuff to make the game more compelling and more meaningful. We'll talk about that when we get towards the end of the stream. Any no-clip documentary coming? The most recent no-clip documentary was about the art and music.
Yes. It's true.
And that came out last month, so you can see that version.
You want to talk about the changes to this fight?
Yeah, so there's a couple changes. First of all, we fixed bugs like we always do. Second is they're a little bit less beefy. You can see like a lot less beefy to your crazy build.
Yeah, I do have pretty crazy build.
And then we also made it so that so you'll see that we have.
Oh no!
We also had some chariots don't spawn in the second phase. Minotaur transitions through its invincibility faster too, so it's like not this like giant waiting game where he's attacking on a roll, which sometimes helps people.
Yeah. Okay. It's not like he's hard without that. Without being totally involved.
So it's cool because you're kind of baiting out the pieces of melee attacks, which I find easier to handle personally.
I mean, the thing I like about after he does that is he walks away from you and you can shoot him in the back.
Yeah, that also helps.
Oh boy, wrath time.
Oh, and there's the floating Asterius issue.
Yeah.
We're trying to track that down. There we go.
It's a feature. It's a feature.
Yeah, sometimes Asterius takes a
Oh jeez.
Oh, it's the Ares.
Oh gosh.
Critical.
Okay, here we go.
Last time.
Woohoo! Murder!
Nice. Took out the rest of the Minotaur with that. If you can not lose your death time,
Working on it. But we're going, we don't need death defiances. Yes, we do.
he's actually a pretty safe boss. I find to use slower attacks on once he turns around.
Yeah, once he turns around. Oh boy. Okay. It's just that wrath and the whole thing. It's just a lot of. Woo! It didn't work. My Artemis the aim was not true. Oh boy. Oh no.
We made that a little better this past, but there's probably still some on this where it doesn't work.
There we go. Didn't lose a death defiance. I did it.
Nice.
I lost a death defiance to some random exalted dude, but not Theseus and the Minotaur. So there you go.
Well done. Here we go. The new update is out. We are playing the new update. This is the Big Bad Update, our 6th update for Hades, a roguelike dungeon crawler made by Supergiant Games, the people who made Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and
King Theseus has
I'm
fallen
Amir.
to the likes of
Stern.
Yes.
If you're joining us, we're playing through the update from a development perspective, talking about minute changes.
I may grab that help.
Yeah, do it. I think 100% need that help.
Because, you know, we're going somewhere new that nobody's seen before.
Yep.
Right now, once I click this, I did it.
Almost time.
Is Theseus's wrath based on the god you have the lowest affinity with? There is a way that it chooses that. I don't know if we've ever publicly told
The edge
how
of
that
fear is
works. But I've always enjoyed the speculation around it, so maybe I just won't say anything. So there is a way it works. All right, we're in Styx. We don't, since this save has been to this biome before, we didn't get the initial reveal of you can go up and see him, of talking to our friend here. So we've already learned about what's supposed to happen here, basically, which also means actually the dialogue we're going to get in the Hades fight is
Not going to be the first one.
not the first time.
Yeah.
So whoops. Also,
And also, the thing, yeah.
also, pretend I didn't say that. So basically, here we have the Styx Mega Shop.
It's like a Costco.
Yeah, it's like a Costco basically for God moves. So this is a moment in the game where basically if you've been saving or whatever, you can get a lot of stuff. You can get a 3rd Hermes upgrade that's always guaranteed to be higher quality. The big flares mean it's a higher quality upgrade, or a higher quality palm, or even a higher quality hammer. Not higher quality. It's just the 3rd hammer, which is why it's so expensive. So these are all things we want to buy. We can't buy out the shop, even though we've been saving the whole time. So we're going to need to get some money. Why don't we head on?
Should we buy something first, though? Like, do we know for sure we want Hermes or the hammer or something?
Yeah, I think you take Hermes.
I'm going to turn captions on real quick, though. I just realized.
Yeah,
because
sure.
Just in case people need the
Yeah.
captions. Because we're talking, maybe they want to see what people are saying in the game.
Yeah, so if you don't want to be spoiled, not only did I already spoil you, but you should not watch the stream.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Now, after the spoilers.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Hermes?
Yeah. Let's try Hermes.
Let's do
That's
it.
defeat.
Okay, so I think you take that.
This one is
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
How
It's
many-
basically every time you use a charge, you're going to get a period of high dodge.
That's good.
Yeah, which is what you need.
Where we're going.
All right, so Styx is a unique biome. It's structured differently than other biomes. What you're doing in this thing, and it's set up by Cerberus the first time you walk in here, is you're trying to find something for Cerberus. There are 5 wings infested with satyrs and gigantic vermin and a variety of other foes. The one of these wings, and you don't know which one, has the item you seek, and 2 of the wings always have a unique variant of an enemy in it, and those are the ones that have the sparkles on them, and they're a little bit more challenging. The whole wing is more challenging. So why don't we try an easier wing, and then we'll go into one of the harder ones. I think it would be good to grab money, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So why don't we go there?
Money. Can always use the. Oh.
So these are the first things we have. So I think we've been waiting for like a year and a half to finally have rats in the game. And there's some rat references that you can find, but these are our crawlers. So Styx is really different because each of these wings is a series of fights in smaller, cramped, claustrophobic rooms that are even tighter than the chambers you were in Tartarus. And once you get through these, there's a larger fight. Oh, this is a new mechanic. So when you get tagged by poison, and there are several sources of poison in Styx, you have to find a cure fountain, which Darren did really fast, which is these things like up in the right corner. Why don't we show them the cure fountain that you use? They take a moment to recharge once you use them, but they cure your poison. Let's see if there's something we want to sell.
So little money. It's not worth it.
Because it's a comment. Yeah.
That one is good. We don't want to sell. We don't want to sell any of them.
Keep it.
It's not my first poison rodeo. Just say that. I've been poisoned before.
Yeah. So let's try and get be able to see what some of the enemies do also.
Oh yeah.
When we go through it.
Yeah. I'll see if I can live long enough without killing them.
So these are the elite satyrs.
Yeah. They shoot poison darts,
and usually those darts are really fast. But you have
I poisoned him.
You have to do a boon, yes. So and he doesn't know how to use fountain.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I have the duo boon that makes all the darts slower.
Yeah, so it's a lot easier. Yep.
Oh man, I love that boon. It's my favorite boon.
Yeah, it's pretty great. What I loved about that duo boon too is just the sense that there can be different types of duo effects that don't necessarily all feel like attack power-ups. There's like this update has several duo boons that are actually more like sort of game state changing. Okay, these are the big rats.
Oh boy. And they're elite ones.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So these ones have like a little dog shake they do where they put these Styx poison puddles everywhere.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's real gross.
They have a lot of health. They're really chunky. And they're just a different feeling kind of melee enemy than what we've made before.
We did our best to dial up the grossness a little bit in this biome.
Yeah, another detail that we have in here is like the enemies leave behind blood and gibs because they're real flesh and blood enemies. You're not fighting the wretches and shades of the underworld now. You're actually fighting a whole faction of cultists and vermin and stuff that has
got an altar over here.
Yeah, that has that Hades actually himself has no control over.
Shout out to Joanne for making these sweet looking maps.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good looking stuff in here. He's really excited with how Styx turned out. It's an idea that we've had since the beginning of the project, but seeing it come to life now has been really, really cool.
I'm gonna go back.
Go back.
So now we return to the main hub. And we get to, if we want to go back to the shop, we can.
This update, 6th update, is out right now. So you can play it now. Yeah, let's buy the upgrade.
Hammer?
Yep.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Ooh, more special shots seems good.
That's
power shot damage, dude. Double power shot damage.
Yeah, that or the Relentless Barrage. That's what I think probably.
I think this one is going to be better because I'm dashing more.
Grows stronger.
If I can get those power shots, oh man.
And I think this room was a Joanne and Jen combo move.
Look at that. And look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this spine. Look at this
cool.
skeleton.
There's some cool details in here, like you see the river of Styx turning into the blood river that you see all throughout the game and stuff like that. I think
it looks like a regular river turning red. I love it.
And you're so used to seeing blood rivers everywhere that it's like a really details like that are neat. Oh, let's do one of the hard wings.
All right. What do you think? Heart? Double heart?
I think you need heart. Yeah, I think you need health.
Let's go double heart here. Oh boy. Whee! Yep.
So, we're working our way through this here second biome. This is what we call internally an elite wing, which means it's a harder wing, and all the enemies that Darren is going to encounter in this wing are elites.
Oh boy.
Which is really tricky in these small rooms. These are the Serpent Stones, which are a new enemy that like recalls some of people's favorite enemies from Charters.
Yeah. There's an axe trap too, which is a big giant axe that comes down from the ceiling.
And I love these little details. Like at the top of the rooms, you can see the axes like, kind of hovering and stuff.
Yeah,
it gives you a sense of like danger in the sticks, which feels nice.
Yeah.
We're really interested in sort of changing the experience here on you in the last biome, and so I think just the experience of going through sticks, picking which wing you want to go down, and looking for the item, it just kind of has a different vibe, and that's what we're going for here. More labyrinthine. Okay, so you're in one of the big rooms at the end of the wing.
Oh boy.
So that looks like that is the special satyr that shoots a huge machine gun.
Oh no.
Of those,
Jeez.
They usually go really fast.
Yeah, but they're going slow because I
have
have that boon.
Yeah, so you're able to, sort of trivialize his main thing.
Still pretty hard. So
He's
look at all these rats.
He's the wing boss that is the highest lethality and kind of has the lowest toughness. There are others that have a little bit more.
Yeah, I got a clear bonus on that one. Jeez, that was tough.
Any word on cloud saves, or is that a limitation of the Epic Games for Client? So our understanding is that cloud saves are something they have started to integrate, and an option that should be available for some people in some titles, including ours now. But you may need to check your settings and options in the launcher to see if that is actually working.
You think I should buy some?
Yeah, I think we don't care about palms, honestly, because everything that's giving us our damage is all the duos and stuff that we can't even palm anyway.
Let's grab this, the boon, because
should come in useful.
Oh yeah, more ammo is good.
Your critical effects deal more damage.
Oh
good.
dang.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty darn good.
Yep. I think we should go ahead and do that.
Holy moly! And we can we still haven't gotten the item, so let's keep going. Where should I go next? A hard one again, or back down?
Yeah, I think
Athena?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go for the Athena boon. Oh boy. Look at these rats over here. So many rats. Oh jeez. Okay. I get you.
Bye now.
Man. I'm happy with how the rat sounds turned out. They're like
gross.
They're gross. And like initially I did a pass where they were
you almost got hit by that saw blade.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. The saw blade trap, those are fun. So like initially I made a pass with the sounds that were like a little too cute.
Yeah.
So I made them more terrifying and gross. So you don't feel bad about murdering all these rats.
Pretty good.
Oh no. I gotta get the where is it? There it is.
Yeah, so the poison stacks, so you get multiple sources of poison to start ticking down really fast.
Yeah, it can take a lot of your health away before you know it.
Yeah, so managing, the poison pool as a resource in fights can be really important. And just actually like, knowing where the fountains are is really, really the sort of curative fountains are is really, really important. Just one quick note there. Okay. Ooh. So this room, I love. It's a devious one that had designed.
Oh no!
You got
poison.
Yeah. So you've got 2 poison stacks.
Oh my gosh!
And
where's
It's next to the saw trap,
oh,
which is why
devious.
I love this room. Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that went through a lot of iterations because
the room itself murders you.
The room itself murders you, which is one thing we wanted out of sticks. Like a lot of times in Tartarus you get nick, so it doesn't feel like run destroying. It's just like, oh, that was bad, and kind of you got stung a bit. But you can have like run ending room destruction happen.
Oh, and this is a new guy. Whoop! Oh gosh.
Yep. Time to go back into danger.
Oh gosh.
There's one further up to the left.
I was gonna camp over here for my next poisoning. Yep, he got smashed by a saw.
So the saw traps, if you fight in the more dangerous part, enemies will get hit by the traps, but that obviously has other things. You can use your wrath too.
I'm doing it.
Increase your dodge chance and move speed.
Oh
Nice.
boy, that was tough. That was a regular one. That wasn't even an elite one.
No, that was just
So I think Blinding Flash is good because it'll give us another opportunity to get privileged status going,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because we actually are not, because we don't have the Artemis version of it, that will give us
Yeah.
the status curse, so that's probably...
That's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
If I can weaken them, get them with a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Oh man, all the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to know who to thank for the rats, it's a combination of gen concepting,
How goes it, mate?
page modeling, tin animating, and I think you need help.
I think I need help,
Yeah,
yeah.
where you're going, you need help.
I still haven't gotten the thing, so
Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of variance in this biome. So one of these two things has...
I can
it-
re-roll this palm if I want.
Try, yeah, we have a bunch of rerolls. Actually, don't even know what we want. Actually, if you could get the new Hunter's Mark, it might be another
Yeah,
status.
with Artemis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If I can get Hunter's Mark, that'd be good.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how on your shows this,
Oh man, yeah.
this the mini rooms.
Stuff is fast in here.
Yeah, exactly. We call them mini rooms, but they're just the little like set of traversal rooms that lead up
Oh,
to
jeez.
the final
Oh, look at
fight.
that. Yeah, privileged status is crazy.
Yeah, on. Yeah, it's
Okay.
interesting. We iterated on this Styx poison a lot. It was actually hard to figure out what exactly the mechanic was going to be. We had it originally designed to possibly slow you and make your
Okay.
make your dash a little bit harder to use, and then we went with like, oh, maybe it'll just do damage over time but not stack, and then we went to this design, which is the stacking. Oh, nice.
I was hoping to get it.
You can do it on top.
No,
Oh.
I missed him. I was hoping to
we gotta
smash him.
we gotta do it in this room. This
Yeah,
is
all
the
right.
room to
Oh,
get it.
man. But that one doesn't stick, does it? The one from the rats? Or
No, it does. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's not the platform at the top. I think that's
Oh, what happened there? I just got tagged by a rat.
this is one of the rooms that Greg designed with a giant gap in the center.
Yeah, it's
And-
super rad.
Yeah, and I love that. The play around the traps is pretty interesting and can be intentional.
All right, come on, buds.
You can
Oh.
see where the gashes are. That's how you
Yeah,
that's how you
got
line
it.
up.
All right,
Ow!
boom. Ah,
Nice.
yes.
600 damage.
Look at that. Nothing to snub your nose at. That's
No.
600 damage there, folks. Oh, I'm not so close. That's good. Do it. No, they went away. I think the rat one is temporary.
They're all temporary, but actually you don't know why they're not winning. So short. You should figure that out.
All right then.
Ed, if you're
Dev
watching
stream.
the stream, if you're watching the stream, we should check out why the rat poison is so short on those guys. And that's not universal.
All set.
Whew. Man. Oh dang.
Artemis Legendary. I think.
Attack as a special, spawn an additional. That's so good.
Yeah, actually, Hunter's Instinct's probably better.
Hunter's Instinct is. I don't know, man.
All right,
I
fine.
mean,
Takes the
it's
full bar.
legendary.
Let's take it. Yeah, I mean, this is why we don't, like I said, we don't talk about the data too much, but the data shows people do what Darren is doing right now.
Picking the legendary thing over the optimal thing to
Yeah,
build.
so pick it.
Pick it, but it's just sexier. You know, it's just,
just
give
take
the people what they want here.
it. Then take it. I mean, it's what the people want.
They
we
want
have,
the
we have
legendary.
data that shows it's what the people want.
Exactly. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do. I have Lamia because we still haven't gotten. It's in the final wing that we
Yeah.
haven't explored yet. So I'm doing it.
I would actually take this too. There's a chance you'll have it active during the Hades fight. I mean, the boss fight.
Does it count? Does it count the little rooms as encounters?
I don't think that I remember.
Then I'm gonna not do it.
It's 10 gold. Oh, because you'll
because
be
I'll be below.
Yeah,
I can buy a
yeah,
palm
yeah.
otherwise. You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
We're doing it. We're almost there, guys.
I'm back.
People, you're almost there. Should I buy that palm now?
Yeah.
Because
So
it's like the only thing left.
hilariously, what Darren drew, which is good because we spend the most time in 6,
Be useful.
I would put it on the 8 actually. That's a huge increase.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's like an increase. We're spending the most time in Styx that you possibly can spend because it looks like the last room is what's going to have the actual item in it.
I love all the extra projectiles.
Yeah, support
I
fire
love
project-
them.
Support fire projectiles.
Thank you, Artemis.
Yeah, there's a lot of Artemis bolts happening.
So many bolts.
No one heard anything. No one can hear me spoiling anything.
Oh, he got tagged by the saw. I love it. That's for all the times you poisoned me.
You got him. So the...
Ooh, here we are.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and take the moon.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Static discharge, for sure.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, take that.
That's good.
And
I feel all
then
tingly.
claim your sack.
A whole entire sack of sack.
And then we get a little heal out of it. So it's interesting because there's... Oh, take the gold urn.
Oh, yeah.
The gold urns are a little bit more prominent in sticks, so definitely
only
make
have-
sure to look around the room.
We only have 26 gold, though.
Yeah. If you're actually close to something, make sure to take a look around the room. So we couldn't clear out the shop, but we got a lot of it, and that was with us trying to get as much money as we could.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Cerberus.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
I owe you one, boy.
All right. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Yeah. So this is us trying to make our way to the surface, which is Zagreus's longtime goal.
After many, many, many attempts.
I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so, Father?
So this isn't the very first dialogue you get.
What is it going to take for you to understand that your place is in the house?
Oh boy.
There's usually a lot more said there in context that you'll get when you experience the update yourself.
Oh no. He disappeared.
He disappeared. So Hades has this Helm of Darkness, which makes him invisible.
I see his footsteps. Whoa!
The idea for like a big scary boss fight where
Ooh.
the sort of character could turn invisible was something that we've been throwing around for a while.
Aha! I
So
requested it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens when we get tagged.
Oh man, it's bad.
So So Hades, in his first phase transitions,
Oh no.
he summons what we're calling, internally we call super elites, which are these red outlined enemies. And
Oh, whoa, geez.
they can be from any of the biomes except for Styx, because Hades obviously doesn't have control over those.
Oh, geez.
Oh man. And so you don't want to be tagged by those because
No, I do not. Because I die.
yeah, they give you a version of boiling blood. So part of the idea behind the Hades fight is putting together a lot of what you learned fighting in all the other the fights at this point, and also having an enemy that kind of mirrors your movement set a little bit more closely. He has his own bloodstone because you're related, and he has his own version of the Biden.
Oh, jeez. It scares me.
Okay, he's about to summon another set of super.
Oh
elites.
no. Look at these guys. Oh boy. No! Hey, let me get some of this. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
You dodged.
That is good.
Yeah, those are usually much faster, but
Yeah, because they're slowed by. Oh no. Okay, here we go.
Remember me?
Ooh! Jeez, I keep getting hit by that.
yeah.
Ah, look at this.
Nice. With a little support fire.
Uh oh. This health bar fell.
Yeah.
This is a new piece of music that you're hearing right now. BG dubs.
Yeah. His second phase, he gets up and he has a different set of moves, each with its own kind of.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like like that.
Oh no.
So he summons these urns,
Oh boy.
and they have grasping hands. Learning his first phase is like a whole thing. Then he has all these separate moves in the second phase that make it even more challenging.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh,
These dodges.
oh jeez. Yeah. Well, I have high percentage. Come on, man. Come on.
There you go. Yeah, it's selected.
Yeah, I know. Oh jeez. Going fast now.
How do you think all of the enemies felt to this point? Getting
Oh jeez.
homing bloodshot by you.
They feel probably like I feel. They felt probably like that. Not great. Oh no.
So once you get tagged
Okay.
by those bloodstones, basically you get a version of boiling blood put on you, which means, if you're familiar with it, mirror upgrade that you get, that you take like a lot more damage. So you have to be really careful, and you might want to wait until it leaves you.
Oh, not much I can do here.
Maybe you can get enough wrath to
Artemis to live.
yeah, Artemis wrath one more time.
Oh,
We died.
well, it happens.
So this is us failing to beat our own content, which is as dev stream as it gets. So there's a lot of events that can happen inside the House of Hades before and after this confrontation that are all worth experiencing.
Yeah. I don't know how many of them this save has not done yet, and we probably shouldn't.
Well, we can do the one thing that I think.
I think he may not be here.
Oh,
He's not here because it. So when you come back here from if you get all the way to Styx and come back here,
yeah,
Cerberus isn't in the house because he's in Styx.
he's in Styx. Yeah,
So if you don't get to Styx, then there's some new Cerberus interaction stuff.
yeah.
Should I do this examine?
No, here's what we're gonna do.
He might have something fun to say.
Sure, let's see what he says.
Hey, you're back. Wait, what happened? My list says you got killed by a redacted? What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's not, not cool to talk about your dad killing you. Oh, do you think we should? What do you think, Achilles? Or should we save it?
We should let the people
Let the people experience it for
their
themselves. Yeah.
narrative content.
Love
So,
it.
so what we actually want to talk about a little bit is, since we're going to wrap this dev stream up, we saw a lot of the new content in there. Reworked Death Defiances, new Wrath, new Duo Boons, retuned bow, new Temple of Styx with its own unique structure, Hades boss fight, handful of bugs that I'm sure we'll fix this week because early access and we're still working on it. And then also, one of the things that I love that we update every single time is our main menu. So there's obviously the branding that you're playing the big bad update, but there's also the roadmap. So I want to talk a little bit about the roadmap ahead. So if you're always wondering, once you've experienced everything there is in this update, what's coming next, we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming next. So we've got the Temple of Styx in there, and the next thing that we're going to be thinking about is, so to back up, this is a moment we've been waiting for a long time. It has content in the game that we've been thinking about it for a long time. It starts to develop the narrative in the direction that we've been excited about for a long time. And also, we have the whole game structure in place, like the 4 biomes, we have the boss fights and all that stuff. So now we're going to try and make everything better, like focus on every aspect of it. So the 2 areas that we're targeting for the next update, for update number 7, are endgame replayability, so how to structure repeated playthroughs of Hades. And you've seen our first attempts at that when we introduced the Pact of Punishment, but what we want to do with that next. And then finally, additionally, we're doing Resources 2.0. So, Ambrosia, Keys, Heat, these things have been in the game for a long time, and we haven't really touched them too much. So we're gonna be looking at some of those things. I'm gonna actually switch us to our webcam as well, so we can talk. We can just talk, and maybe we can get a little bit of
background music, just for funsies only.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing is the resources. Like, how can we iterate on the resources system to make it even more compelling? And I think what our hope is between our plans for replayability and our plans for the resource system, that you start to feel like the pull that you sometimes feel in the early game of, like, I want to unlock this, I want to get that, I want to level that up, and that kind of levels off for people at a certain point in the game. We want to keep that pull going, because I think that's like a fun moment of the game that kind of it kind of starts to recede a bit the more and more, like, the better you get at the game, the more runs you play, all that type of stuff.
Yep.
And it's an example of something we could only discover because we're in early access for months and months and months and months, and people have now gone from playing dozens of runs the first month to playing hundreds of runs, including us. This is a save that has over 230 runs on it, which is why the content you've seen is so late game. So that's something that we're really, really excited about. There's also a new NPC coming,
Yes.
and so that's just always good for everyone involved. So that's what we're gonna be working on next. What you just saw is our 6th update, the Big Bad update, us playing Temple of Styx, the 4th biome in your attempt to escape from the underworld. Even if you play it now, you'll be able to have that climactic fight, but the actual sort of narrative ending of the game is going to be saved for when we go into 1.0. But you can experience I guess like a ton of stuff. Now that we were excited for Elysium because it was a new biome. We're excited for Temple Styx because it's a new biome, and now everything's there, so everything can kind of come up over time. And if you're a fan of Hades, go to the Discord, tell us what you'd like to see in the game. We have a feedback channel that we look at, and we read every piece of feedback there. Thank you to everyone who has helped us at this point, all our early access players, all the people who help us beta test patches, all the moderators in our Discord, the fans, the community who make content, the people on the subreddit, all this type of stuff. We finally have everything in place now, and so we're excited to work with you to make every little piece of it even better and get it to that level you've come to expect from us, both over time in our updates and from our previous titles. Those are the things that we're really, really excited about. So, you've been watching the Supergiant dev stream. We died, but we fought valiantly.
We got pretty far.
Yeah. It shows that even when we made, I think, near perfect build decisions all the way through, still back. So there's hopefully a lot for you there, and we're excited for everyone to sort of dig into this. So on behalf of everyone at Supergiant Games, thank you for checking it out. Thank you for playing Hades, and if any of you will be at PAX,
we will be there. Oh yes, should we talk about that briefly?
Sure. Yeah, we'll be at PAX.
We're gonna be at PAX. We're gonna be doing a panel, a bunch of us, for our 10-year anniversary. And in addition, myself and Ashley Barrett will be performing with an orchestra conducted by Austin Wintory, doing the songs from all the games over the last 10 years. So I'm super, super excited about that. So hope to see some of you there.
Yeah, should be great. Well, thank you, everybody. I will catch you all later.